The current governing party came to power in 1991. And that era, in a way, was defining moment in our political history. And those people who run, who used to run and who are still running this party, were engaged in armed struggle for 17 years. And they managed to topple a military junta who dictated the country for 17 years. So, obviously they were freedom fighters, they were promoting, more freedom, equality, and justice. And of course, they might have a different ideological background. They were leftist and Marxist-Leninist initially, especially in their establishment period. But when they came to power, that was not the part of their narrative, partly because of the change in the international politics. So I was 12th grader by that time, but it was exciting for many of us. Why? For the first time, for people like me, we had a chance to listen to divergent political views. People from different political, background would come and debate, and we were able to watch, in the public media. So that was fascinating. That was, entirely new phenomenon, and of course, multi-party was recognized for the first time, and private press was allowed to operate, and people were able to publish all kinds of criticism and, towards the government policy and everything. So, in a way, it was kind of political renaissance. But, it didn't last long, After introducing all these things, all the ideas of political pluralism and everything, the government, the ruling party, resorted to repressing the political parties, persecuting the journalists. So it was not the ideal of freedom and democracy was not something taken in a full heart. So from that time on, all the political process and the life of dissenting opinion and everything was full of persecution and repression. But in this kind of environment, people from the opposition, people from private press, tried and managed to kind of survive and and sustain their voice. The time we had before this regime, or definitely, it was a military dictatorship, and that time was it was an era of terror in a way. From the very start, thousands of people were killed, tortured because of their political orientation by the military regime. So that was an era of terror. So when we had that regime change in 1991, we thought and we expected that could be a shift in our political history, and that could lead us to a full-fledged and to a real democratic life in our political community. Starting from 1991, a party called Ethiopian People's Revolutionary Democratic Front, EPRDF, is in charge. And, of course, the chairman of that party is Midekssa Zenawi. He is also the prime minister of the country. No change at all the time.